This is a very specific message for someone who's overcoming religious trauma. So if you haven't experienced that, just swipe on. But I feel like you are overcoming the place that you've been in, and you're realizing that the world is so much more beautiful and full of truth than this little box you've been kept in, and you're finding your way out of the situation. Now it's like there's two different paths to take here. You can continue on the path that, all those who traveled before you have walked, or you can connect to your higher self, your wisdom, and the divine, and let that guide you. And I'm actually seeing you do that. But I feel like there may be people in your environment that are more focused on, no, this is the way we do things and we don't change, and very traditional. And I feel like you came here to show them what faith actually is, trusting the divine. Show them, like, we don't just follow toxic traditions because that's what everybody does. We actually are here to heal the world, to break free. This is a funny quote they wanted me to share. I grew up in a cult. Of course I got offended when outsiders called it a cult. I grew up in a cult. Of course I couldn't wear anything too high or too tight because it might turn a man on. I grew up in a cult. Of course I wasn't allowed to date anyone without a chaperone with us at all times. I grew up in a cult. Of course I didn't go to university, because even though I did well in school, because it was heavily looked down on by said cult. I grew up in a cult. Of course my friends and family who are still members don't speak to me anymore. So if you've experienced this, I just want to send love to you, because there is nothing more difficult than grieving people who are still alive. But I feel like you do have angelic support coming in for you as you continue to follow your heart. And this may be in the form of, divine beings coming through, because you are a generational curse breaker, and that takes so much courage. And when you step onto that path, you will be divinely supported by your ancestors, by your guides, and, angels. You will be supported. But also I feel like for some of you, this may be earth angels coming in to support you as well. A spiritual healer of some kind may be showing up for you, just like even randomly while you're scrolling through on TikTok or on YouTube, and you're going to find someone who maybe has walked the path that you've walked and can help guide you through this. And they're going to offer a lot of strength. So actually you may be manifesting divine and earth angels coming in to aid you, because you follow your heart, because you live in integrity and you're choosing to break chains. So you're calling in this support. And I want you to know that your ancestors are so proud of you, and they appreciate you so much for having the courage to break this chain. I do feel like you're going to feel appreciation for the energy coming in to help you, but I feel mostly this is appreciation for you. Oh, wow. And I feel this, there's a lot of appreciation for you for having the courage to do this, because this is not a path for the faint of heart but when you honor truth more than acceptance, that's when you thrive. That's when you come back home to yourself. That's when you heal. That's when you become new. And I'm like giving you an air high five, okay? Because I know how difficult this is, but yeah, so I'm grateful for you too, okay? Keep going.